And we are in.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hi, and welcome. It is Sunday. It is a Some Other Heroes Day. And we are back. Welcome to this stream of Queer Dungeoneers playing a homebrew game of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons set in a world of floating islands and skyships and strange magics and mysteries. My name is Chris. I use he, him. I have the honour and joy of being the GM and producer of this our ongoing campaign. And with me are my 4 regular cast, all of whom will introduce themselves. And today we're going to start with Wayne.
I knew you were going to do that. Hi, everybody. I am Wayne. And today, my pronouns are he, him. And today I should be playing the Dragonborn Rock.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Next is Michelle.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Michelle. My pronouns are she, her, and today I will be playing the never crying, not ever skier.
Charlie, would you like to go next, please?
Yes, I am Charlie. I use she, her as well, as does Aisling, my character, who is always crying. Always.
Even when she's not.
No.
And last but definitely not least, Theo.
Hello, I am Theo. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the freshly reincarnated Eugene.
Or is it?
So excited. I'm so excited.
Amazing. Before we jump into the episode, there's a couple of small pieces of admin and a couple of announcements that I would like to do. First off, we would like to just shout out our amazing mods, Bespectacled Man and Hedgehog Hawk UK.
Hedgehog Hawk.
Hedgehog Hawk.
It was going to happen one day.
Yep.
They are absolutely amazing. They are in chat to keep things safe and flowing. They keep an eye out for bots, TERFs, Tories, homophobes, racists, and misogynists.
Get out of it.
They are doing an amazing job, just there to keep you safe. If you notice something that hasn't been picked up and makes you uncomfortable, please whisper one of these wonderful gents and they will take a look at it for us. We tend to be quite responsive on this channel and we are trying to create a safe space for particularly around LGBTQIA plus people, but sometimes things get lost in the moment, so we just have them in place to kind of pick up when we're in full flow as well. Yes, so thank you guys, we really appreciate you. So, announcements. First announcement, our brand new interval video will be dropping today, in which you will find a smorgasbord of very cool, very chill things to engage with. This week we have a huge range of our TTRPG family, including some new faces who we have been checking out. So stick around for the break whilst you're grabbing a nap, have a look at what's going on and engage with the people there. You'll see some of our regular friends and some new people as well. Our second shout out today. Wait, what?
Also, if you too would like to be featured on that video, please drop us a message. Let us know what projects you have, things you have launching, things you have going on, whether it's Kickstarters or whatever else. Please just let us know around particularly the queer community and TTRPG community, and we will make sure that you are in those interval videos so that all the amazing people who watch us, both of them, will be able to see it. Okay, bye. Thanks. Back to you, Chris, with the news and weather. No.
He means both on YouTube and Twitch, not that we.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean both people. That would be.
And to follow this up, what I will do is I will put I will pop the link of all the people that we shouted out on our socials as well, so you can give them a direct follow from there. Next announcement is our big one. Pride is very close. June is upon us, and as a all queer cast, we thought we'd like to do something a little special this year. So we are doing a month's worth of charity streams. The biggest announcement is that the wonderful Theo Parrish is going to be taking over the GM's seat and running us through an amazing game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. We got character art, we got character descriptions, and we've been bouncing off our last few ideas. We've got our session 0 coming up very soon. We are very excited to announce our special guest. That will be for next week. So, I would also like to let you know that we are going to be expanding our streaming for the month as well. We are going to be streaming on Wednesdays as well as Sundays. And we're going to be starting with 2 weeks of art goodness with Charlie and Michelle and Theo, and hopefully some special guests. I'm just trying to get some things sorted out on that front as well. Going to be slightly themed. I'm going to let these wonderful people choose what those themes are, but we're going to get you guys to interact and kind of come up with ideas, and like queer ideas or TTRPG ideas, and just kind of, see what these wonderful creative nerds come up with. And they are
give us some really gay challenges.
Gay challenges.
Yeah, all the queer monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited. And the second 2 Wednesdays, we are going to be joined by a group of our friends who are going to be running a separate story using the Scion 2nd edition. And I am really excited to announce that we will be, the person running this game will be Tall Nerd Apollo himself. So, very, very excited. Really good, really lovely cast shaping together, including Josh and Alicia from Dice and a Slice.
No way,
I know
man.
them.
I've heard of them. They have their own thing.
Misadventurers League.
Oh my god.
And Jack from the Undead Alchemists.
It's too many beautiful people.
So we are really excited. It's a lovely cast of people. I know Apollo is busy, putting the nuances together in the background, so it should be a lot of fun and a really good story. The premise I've been told is that, and this is very fitting, love has left the world, and our adventurers will be trying to find the bow of Eros to return it. So, very excited by that. So, a month of charity streaming means that we probably should announce what charity we are supporting during that month. So, I'm really excited to announce that we are supporting the wonderful organisation Just Like Us. Just Like Us are a UK-based charity who go into schools and other educational institutions and talk to students and young people about what it is like to be an LGBTQIA plus person, how to interact with a member of the community, and how to support your friends and loved ones when they come out and start to establish their identity and who they are. It's a wonderful charity. They do amazing work. It's the sort of thing that I really wish I had had growing up myself, just to help me understand myself. And not only that, to kind of give my friends the right tools to help me. And I don't think we all feel that way as well. We really believe in what they do, and we're very excited to be able to raise some funds for them. As always with any charity stuff that we're involved with, if all you can do is, if you can spare some funds for it, we love you absolute pieces, but if all you can do is share it about and spread the word, please do that for us. Keep an eye on our socials. We're going to be really ramping up about that over the next couple of weeks, and we will keep you in the loop. We're very excited. A lot of
Exciting Pride Month.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Cool. So, with that all said, should we get back to our own drama?
Oh God. I mean, yes.
Sure.
Time I drop the titles. And we are back, which just leaves me to say, previously on Some Other Heroes, our friends have been investigating the mansion of one Pyron Pyrus, one of the 4 heads of an organization known as the Children of the Dragon King. A traitor to Cloud's Kern and their friend Rebecca Ryder. It has been a challenging adventure, facing down fearsome foes, strange ghosts, and revelations of just how deep and how long this has been going on. During a particularly nasty combat with some strange shadow creatures, Eugene Appleby was struck down.
Zillman.
In a panic and a flurry, our friends returned to the surface, calling out to Tythig Perb, the gnomish wizard who acts as Eugene's uncle and friend and mentor. Tythig came as quickly as he could, bringing with him Toby Tobeans the Star Guide, our wonderful druid, but druidic magic works very differently from divine magic. And in doing so, Eugene has ushered through to his next life, literally, raising again initially at what they thought was a full-blooded pallid elf, or as we know them in this world, moon elf. Carried on back into the mansion, recovered, recouped, and determined to finish this. They uncovered just how deep Pyron's betrayal goes, and the causes of that. How the loss of his wife, Marcille Pyrus, drove him literally to madness. And during those thoughts about what that loss would do to him, Eugene transformed into Evelyn. And that is where we're going to pick up. So, you all watch as a gentle light covers Eugene, and he slowly beams down, fuller figured, like the thicker arms, the kind of like the more rugged like version, still very much the same shape, different hairstyle, everything, even the earring on the other side of his head. Evelyn stands before you, exactly where Eugene was but seconds ago.
I think Rock is literally just going to look at everyone else to make sure that he's not the only one seeing this.
I think we're all doing that.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did I pass out? What's going on?
No.
Oops.
Evelyn, what are you doing here? And
where's
where's Eugene?
Eugene, you can respond. Oh, yeah.
What am I doing here?
What? Why are you asking us?
Why are you all looking at me like that?
Because where's Eugene? Are you on him?
What?
Eugene?
Okay, I'm really confused. I don't know what's going on. Perb, do something.
Evelyn and Eugene, they keep calling you Evelyn. It's been a long time since anyone's done that.
Look, I know I look different since the whole resurrection thing, but why are you calling me Evelyn?
No,
Okay,
you look
right,
different
no.
from like
This is
4 seconds ago.
Mirror! Anything?
Who are you calling? The minions?
I don't know.
Mirror. I call for my mirror.
Mirror boy!
Bonnie reaches into...
Where is our mirror boy? Where's he gone with that mirror?
Bonnie steps up. She reaches into her components bag and pulls out a small compact mirror, which she hands to what you all understand as Evelyn.
Eugene, look at the...
What a great name.
Look in the thing. Look! See?
You do look like your sister.
What?
Okay, that's weird.
Are you still... Wait, are you still... Wait. Are you
I'm going to go over to Eugene and literally just start like face patting him. Like, wait, oh,
Rock,
is
make me an Arcana check with advantage.
I thought you were going to say save.
is he there?
Make
Like,
a dex save, Eugene.
Does my
smacked you.
hand touch anything, or does it go through?
Touches Eugene's face as normal.
Okay, so there is a face there. What am I rolling? Sorry, Arcana.
But with advantage.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's probably the best Arcana roll I've done in this entire 90 episodes.
Damn.
Yeah, that's an 18.
18. As you get close, and the reason you have advantage, your blind sight kicks in, and you notice there's ever slight, like a layer, just over the top of Eugene, and underneath, you can see the elf form that he came. In addition, you sort of focus down on where it's coming from. Eugene's earring is glowing ever so slightly with arcane energy.
Okay, hang on. I don't know if this is a dangerous thing to do, but let me just see if I've got a spell slot. I do. I'm just going to kind of grab... I'm going to grab Eugene, like the face of Evelyn on each cheek.
I'm not on
and
full hit points, be careful.
Yeah, I'm going to aggressively headbutt him. No, I am going to cast Dispel Magic.
Mm-hmm. The spell dissipates, and
What spell?
Feel like describing what the new Eugene looks like? New Gene, as it were.
Eugene 2.0.
Yes.
2G.
He, like, you can still tell that it's Eugene, but he looks like his face is longer and more angular, I guess. His ears are longer. His skin tone is, like, I'd say before it was like a light purple, and now it's definitely more lilac, like more towards like the blue end of purple and lighter, and it kind of almost looks like moonlight. And his hair is a bit longer and lighter in color. And it's still curly, but it's less. It looks more like it does what it's told, if you know. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you're not Eugene. And
Like
does
before, it sort of had a mind of its own, and now it sort of looks like it behaves.
Does the face of Evelyn disappear?
It does, yes. It melts away, and you, having used this magic before, recognize a disguise self spell.
Okay. I am going to continue holding Eugene's face. And I think Rock is just probably for the first time being that close and looking at Eugene out of like a triage moment. I think has just kind of really realized how much in many little ways Eugene has changed. So I think there's a kind of moment of Rock just kind of looking at Eugene's face, and then I think Rock kind of pulls himself together and just goes, well, that was a really stupid thing to do. Why did you do that?
I didn't do anything. I'm as confused as you are. What did Tony do to me exactly?
Well, I know that spell. I mean, I know you know lots of spells, but I know that spell. And that was definitely disguise self. I've used it. So if you're not doing... Who did that to you then? Come on. Aisling.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
If I may, Eugene, may I have a look at your earring?
Perp, this is no time for fashion accessories.
No, but it is time for answers, Rock.
Yeah, Rock.
Someone hasn't had their cod liver oil.
Ew.
Sick burn.
Poke the Archmage, it's fine.
He could destroy you. Yeah, Eugene sort of reluctantly takes out his earring, because I don't think he really ever takes it out, and gives it to him.
I remember this. Your mother received this as a wedding gift from one of the Fey enclaves in the Empire that she'd helped. Your sister has the other one, right?
I was just going to say, Evelyn wears the one that's very similar, but it's under her hair usually. Right?
Yeah, we have one each.
He weaves a rune, and you realise that and everybody I think here has it. I think most Eugene and Rock definitely have it. You recognise detect magic, or identify. Sorry, he casts identify.
Oh, I don't have.
Oh, that's very clever. So, hold on to this, my boy. It's probably more useful for you now than it has ever been in your life. That
What?
earring is enchanted and always has been. I always thought it was just to stop tarnish and something like that, so I never really looked into it. It has a deep enchantment on it that only works for full-blooded elves, which is why it's never worked for you before.
Okay.
Oh, because you're...
My understanding is you can cast a disguise self spell on yourself once per day using it. And you remember your mother referred to the pair as Changeling's Kiss and Satyr's Mirth.
Nice name. Wait, so I'm assuming that means that Evelyn's doesn't work for her.
No, I wouldn't imagine. Although they seem to be linked in some way, so I'm not sure how...
Well, considering we just saw her face, yes.
Uh-huh. And why did it happen without you wanting it to happen?
I don't know. I was thinking of her. Maybe that's what happened.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to be sound kind of, racist or anything, but
But
do full-blooded elves have a sort of stronger connection to magic? Maybe you're still having to learn how to control that. Maybe just thinking about her was enough to trigger the spell. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying all elves have magic, but I mean...
keep digging, Rob.
A lot of elves do have that natural magical affinity, yes.
Well, I just always thought sort of full-blooded elves always seem to have a very natural, intense connection to magic. So I'm just wondering if that's maybe what triggered this little stunt.
Well,
Maybe.
how are you feeling, Eugene? No physical change? Or...
I'm so glad you said Eugene, because when you said how are you feeling, Rock was about to step in and go, I'm fine, thanks.
Oh my god.
I'm all right. I'm a bit surprised by Eugene, but otherwise I'm perfectly fine. Thanks.
Thank you for asking.
Well, no physical changes in the last 30 seconds, so
Let's try and keep it that way for a while, shall we? It's
I mean, that's a useful spell, but probably not that useful if it's just going to go off randomly when you think about people. That could be alarming and very confusing.
Yeah.
well, only once a day.
Just make
Oh,
sure
good.
the first person you think about then is like you. Every day, I guess.
Well, no, I think that what we need Eugene to do is to learn how to control it, rather than just going, oh well, once a day I'm going to think of myself and waste the spell in my earring.
Oh yeah, that's probably smarter.
Yeah, it may come in handy.
Yeah.
it's purely
okay.
hypothetical, but I think perhaps the emotional weight of the day and the information that we have just discovered may have been the cause of the catalyst for the transformation. Now you're aware of it, you'll probably be fine, I should imagine.
Oh boy, Evelyn is going to be jealous.
Oh yeah.
We'll cross that baker when we see her.
Okay, well, that was a lovely little nervous breakdown in the midst of all of that terrible news. So, where were we talking about
We
death
were
and stuff?
discussing the diaries Eugene found belonging to Pyron Pyrrhus.
I mean, there's a lot in those to unpack, but I guess none of it really surprises me, apart from how long it's been going on.
Yeah, it's been going on since like the start of all this.
Also, it sounds like other people that we have encountered have been involved for a very long time, too. It's not like the Embers just happened to, I don't know, encounter Pyron recently and be supporting or whatever. It sounds like this has all been going on intricately interwoven for quite some time.
Sounds of it, it also feels like the Embers were just a tool that Ashen, as he's calling himself, used to move his plans forwards. Might explain why we haven't seen or heard much of them since their attack on the Citadel.
Also, am I mistaken, or did they not mention things that sound like they tie into the Talon's revival as well?
Somebody was volunteering for some sort of experiment. And
Oh, goody.
mentioned the Inquisitor. You said that this butler wasn't the butler. Is that the same person?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Where is he?
The body of the butler, you mean?
The actual one?
The body of Jath,
Oh.
Inquisitor.
I think it was downstairs. Yeah, probably. I think it was downstairs somewhere. That's where we may have done quite a lot of damage, but I'm just looking at Skier with like very intense.
Wait. That seems separate, don't you think?
No, not really at all.
Totally different things.
Don't worry about that.
I want to make sure that not only is that individual properly dead this time, that they cannot be brought back again.
Ski is just gonna like roll her eyes a bit and then walk over to like where she hid the body and just lift up the head. Just be like, you're fine.
Oh my god.
Oh, brilliant. And he walks over and he kind of thinks for a second and he kind of pulls out his spell book and then flicks through a page. Yes, that'll do nicely. And he casts Wither and Bloom. And he rots away the body so that there is nothing but mulch left. Everybody can make a perception check.
Oh. Gross. I love it.
27.
27.
22.
13.
I got a nat 20 for a total of 28.
Yeah.
So everybody but Rock can hear him mutter.
Sorry about it.
Ilsa Perb sends her regards, you evil shit.
Ooh.
And as he kind of walks down, you see that he kind of is putting back on a mask, like, as it were, like an emotional mask.
Damn.
I think Rock is just going to telepathically try and appease Skia a little bit, and just kind of Skia's just going to hear in her head Rock say, to be fair, I think it is probably a good thing we made sure that he's not going to pop up again, so, you know.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know if it's a good thing if people know about this, but maybe it's necessary.
You know what? We'll just move on with the conversation and come back to this bit.
It's not really relevant, is it?
Totally different things.
Yeah, totally different. You don't need to worry about it. Empire business.
So what? He's from the Empire. Meh. Anyway.
Coincidence.
So this conspiracy seems to tie into Ashen, as he's calling himself. The implication seems to be lining up with other suspicions we have of Matrim's involvement. And Callie's name was mentioned several times as well. They have been in and out of this region for the last decade, playing their games. We are truly on the back foot.
That's the thing that surprises me. I kind of expected him to have been looking for a way to bring his wife back for a long time, etc. But I think I was hoping he was just an innocent sort of person manipulated because of his grief. But he sounds very well entrenched in this entire conspiracy.
Yeah. Do you think he brought back the talents for Callie as a means of experimentation to like perfect this so he can bring back his wife?
Well, I mean, her connection is obviously very strong to the Talons with her family, and let's be honest, if he can, well, I guess it relies on him getting the experiments right, but if he can get the experiments right, he can create an army of assassins who can be trained by a Talon, and that could have really far-reaching consequences. As we know, they've been finding where... Rox is going to kind of check himself a bit. They've been finding where certain groups are and eliminating them, groups that don't want to be found. So the fact that they can do that is quite scary, because it means they know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's quite terrifying, Rock.
What?
I'm just agreeing with you.
case, we should probably reach out to some of our allies and spread a little bit of this knowledge further.
I mean,
What kind of knowledge should we be sharing?
yeah, maybe not all of it.
If the Talons are out in the world and causing chaos, I feel like Julie Deschamps and Sabina Rissin, at the first instance, should know what we know. And I'm certain that Rebecca will want to be informed of what's been going on under her nose as well.
Agreed. I mean, those people, I think, definitely need to know. But I also think God, I hate to feel so distrustful of everything, but I also think we need to be careful of who we share this information with, because this obviously goes quite a lot deeper in the Empire than I thought. So I just think we need to be careful with who we share this information with. But those three people I would genuinely trust with my life, so yes, and they may at least be able to offer us some assistance, even if it's just in terms of putting some feelers out to find unusual activity or something that could just indicate what they're up to next.
We should probably wrap up here as quick as we can and get you all back to Cloud's Cairn, but I don't want to leave these people in limbo. That's not fair.
Well, I think I'm happy to go and talk to Turgle. I said we would try and help them if we could, and I'm happy to go and see what help they would like. I suspect that they're probably going to need help from, or at least input from, people like Rebecca, so that they can be made to feel welcome and that someone is looking after the village again, because they are going to feel very abandoned and very betrayed by Pyron, what's his face?
Pirates?
Could be.
Who knows?
Could be anything.
The guy with his head on fire that Aisling liked.
Yeah. Also, I just want to make sure I got this right. Is he going by Ashen, or is that someone different?
No, no.
Who's Ashen?
No, so Ashen is the name that we discovered was being bandied around as the leader of the Embers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out, not Ashen.
Dogarth Harridan.
Dogarth.
Oh, Dogarth is going by Ashen. Okay, I know that guy. Yeah.
Oh, yes. No,
I know that guy.
Okay.
So, worse than Ashen. Yes.
Okay.
So yes, but he's. That's the other question. Did they know that Ashen was Dogarth, or were they also kept in the dark by this man who called himself Ashen to them?
The implication from the text that Eugene read out was that Pyron fully knew that Ashen Rauhurst was Dogarth Harridan. Like,
Right.
he even made a comment about the fact that he thought he was smart enough to hide who he was funny.
Do you know, now that I think about it, that actually makes me even more angry, because literally everyone who is old enough to remember the stories knows that Dogarth was a genocidal maniac. So the fact that Pyron was willing to entertain any kind of agreement with him, just, like I say, it just puts him beyond what I thought was perhaps somebody that could be, I don't know,
Redeemable.
saved or redeemed. That's the word, redeemed. Well done.
All of you can make an insight check.
Ooh.
On
Oh!
Per.
Natural 20.
Oh, fucking hell.
For a total of
32.
Oh my Christ.
I see that man.
Yeah.
To be fair, I will say, I think Skia has been trying to keep an eye on Uncle Perv this whole time. Like, especially seeing that, like, mask drop.
Ooh, yeah.
She's like, not like in a, you're a liar, but just like,
Yeah.
you put on a mask for everyone. I want to know the real you.
There are cracks in the mask at the moment, and it is all about Dogarth Harrodin. There is a rage seething underneath. There is a genuine hatred. So, what did Eugene and Aisling get as well? Because I think you
27.
I got a 20.
20 and Rock.
I got a natural 20 for a 23.
Cool. So
Nice.
you all can see this. He's played the part of the affable uncle so well his whole life, and that's who he genuinely wants to be. But in this moment, with these memories being dragged up, with this person who hurt him and his people, he is struggling to keep that mask up. He, in a real sense, that reaction to Jath was probably the most pure you've seen out of him. He's a much more controlled person than that, but he's very much like that. There was something very personal in that moment, and almost a satisfaction in seeing that body destroyed and that link broken. I think when you kind of think on that, actually when Jath and Dogarth were mentioned when I was reading, you guys probably passed your eyes around the group whilst Eugene was reading, and I think Skia with that massive role, retrospectively you're like, there were hand clenches and posture changes and things like that. He is holding on, but he is ready to blow. He's furious. He's angry. He's angry that Eugene got hurt. He's angry that these enemies that have come from his days before. And I think you're well versed enough in Imperial history to remember that the Isle of Parn was one of the safe havens for gnomes, and what Dogarth Harrodin and Jeff and people like them did to those gnomes was enough to make the second emperor call off expansion.
I think because for a change, Rock actually saw something. I think Rock will probably try and steer the conversation away, not to kind of gloss over it, but to give him time to breathe and gather himself. So I think Rock's just going to kind of go, but you know what, for now, I think we should focus on what we can do right now, and we can help these people in the village, because I think they need our help, and they did help us. And to be honest, I feel a little responsible because us coming here did kind of trigger the whole shadowy creatures from the mansion killing everyone thing.
It's fine.
So maybe we can just focus on what we can do today, and then we can regroup when we get back to Cloud's Cairn, and see if it makes any difference to our plans after this, or whether we just crack on as we've been intending to. Unless anyone else has any other ideas.
I'm going to check on Bonnie and Toby and make sure that they've got everything they need to support the village. And I'll be ready when you're ready. Come and find me. I will teleport us home.
Would you mind if I walk with you to the village?
I'm
Rock,
actually going to take a moment to myself, if that's okay. Rock?
I think that's a good idea.
Rock, you gotta stay with me. Come
I'm going to
on.
stay here and probably scold Eugene for changing into his sister when we didn't need him to.
I think he leaves you. He kind of looks around Pyron's laboratory. We'll get this sealed off. this whole area until Rebecca can get the right people here as well, I think.
Might want to burn a bit of sage or something. It's got a bit.
Put a crystal in a corner. No, but don't. If possible, nobody should destroy anything in case we need to come back for any reason. There might be something else that could help us.
And he starts to leave. He just kind of stops by Eugene and goes, "If you need anything, just give me a shout. I'll stay close."
Thanks. But I'm fine.
He just gives you a gentle hug. It's just much lower than it used to be.
How much taller is Eugene now?
That's
Not
up
like
to-
massively, just a few inches. Like
Nice.
he's over 6 foot now.
Nice.
Elf
Hell yeah.
puberty.
Aww.
Yeah, overnight.
Yeah.
Right, Aisling, is there anything you wanted to ransack from the mansion? You mentioned coming back and stealing everything.
Did I? That sounds like something Skier would say.
Maybe it was
I
Skier.
wouldn't say it. I would just do it.
Okay, yes, good point. I mean, I'll have a look. Can I have a look to see if there's anything interesting?
I mean, now that death is not imminent, it's probably okay to take a few minutes.
Yeah.
Sure. You're down in the catacombs at the moment. Are you talking about going straight back up to the mansion and having a good look around?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not in this bit. I feel like this bit's gonna have some cursed shit, so I'm gonna have a look upstairs.
Yeah, I was thinking like the paintings and stuff that they were talking about before.
Yeah,
not,
pretty things that I can put in my room.
not stealing the necromantic remains of things.
No,
I
no,
don't-
no. Rich people stuff.
Yeah. As you go through, those vampire mists are still trying to get out their jars. They're
I ain't touching
well
them.
contained, though.
Yeah,
so-
they can stay.
I'm just going to actually just say, Eugene, do you know if there's anything we can do to kind of dispel these, or are they like creatures that? Do we just leave them here?
Well, what are you suggesting? We let them out?
Well, no,
That's a
but I
very
mean,
bad idea.
well, I've seen what they can do. We definitely don't. But I don't. I mean, are they like a creature? Because I can't believe I'm saying this. It seems a little odd if it's a creature to leave them to starve to death in glass tubes down here. That seems unnecessarily cruel. Is there another way that we can get rid of them? I'm going to look at Aisling and go, we're not taking any back to the mansion.
Oh! Wasn't even gonna say that.
Do you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to pretend I don't know what they are and carry on.
Just put a sheet over the tube. It's fine.
Grab
They'll
some
go
bed
to
sheets
sleep
and just
like
throw them
parrots.
over.
Yeah,
Put hang a little sign say, "Please leave.
yeah.
Do not touch."
Do you know, maybe that's something Rebecca and her minions can worry about. There you go. I'll flag it with them one day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and not touch the tubes, but I will try and look for pretty things.
Cool. And in here, like as we described on the way down, this place has been quite stripped. Like literally anything is just tools for let's not for surgery and things like that. Some small bits and pieces that kind of would top up any component pouches that you need to, but generally nothing particularly useful here.
Can I take some of that massive aether crystal the guy had?
The waystones are probably the most interesting thing to you guys. It's just whether you can get them.
But they're
how
huge.
You get. They
Yeah.
are huge. How
And
do you
you
get them back to the
like,
mansion?
Didn't you say they were like useless now though? Like,
They don't have.
any-
I mean, as a collector's item, they're worth a lot, but they don't have any magical conduit in them, as it were. They are part of an old waystone, a way up.
Are there any little bits?
Yeah, are there any ether crystals that do still have power that would be useful for
Oh, there's.
spells
I
and
mean,
stuff?
in his,
Isn't it?
he has a vein of aether crystal.
Yeah, I'll have some of
That's
those.
what it was. Eugene is suddenly very interested in mining.
Yes, that's
yeah,
Minecrafting away this castle.
Make me an athletics check. Because you have to. It's a physical thing.
Oh.
9.
9. You probably chip off about 400 golds worth of material.
That's all right.
It's not bad. Like, you think you could probably get more, but it's going to take you time, and now you don't have the proper equipment for that. At the moment.
Can I go over and help?
Yeah, make me an athletics
Aw.
check.
I'll just go over and give it a
Trying to see
swing.
if I've got a spell that could help me, bud.
Shatter.
Aw.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, shatter.
Athletics, yes. Okay, that's an unnatural 20.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so you probably get about 2,000 gold pieces worth of materials.
Okay.
Bear
Yeah,
with me
I'm just-
folks. I just
I'm
need
just
to
gonna-
jump away for a second.
I'm just going to walk over and like take a swing and smash a big chunk of them so they all fall on the floor, and then just go, is that enough?
Thank you.
Sweet.
I mean, I try and be of help. Oh, speaking of hitting things, the amulets and things that we found.
Yeah.
If you've got a moment before we go back,
Oh yeah, I
do you
can.
mind
I
having a
can,
look at those?
Sure. Yeah. Give me what you want. It will take me around 10 minutes.
Oh, fabulous! We could do with the rest anyway. My feet are killing me.
Is that the one that we found? Amulet of Giant Strength, Potion of Cat's Grace, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
Really
the-
cool swords, please.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, 'cause
scimitars.
yes, I'd quite like
Yes.
that amulet. Looks like it could be very useful for me. I'm not sure I could do much with the scimitars. Those seem like a you thing, Skier.
Pointy.
She's just holding them like
Oh.
the toy.
I'm slightly nervous about Aisling potentially getting hold of the enlarge potion.
Me too. In
I'm
the best way.
excited.
Wait, if Aisling enlarges herself and then transforms into a T-Rex, does she become
Giant T-Rex.
proportional
Giant flying
to...
T-Rex. Giant flying T-Rex.
If you have,
do
take
it
it.
afterwards.
That's okay. I trust one of you guys to feed me an enlarged potion.
You wouldn't be able to do it like drink the potion yourself once you're a T-Rex because your arms they get really tiny.
So I
I'll
need
do
one
it.
of you guys.
Yeah.
I'll just plop my
So, like,
giant head down and open it, and then
catapult
one
it
of you
into
guys.
your- yeah.
I
Lord,
volunteer.
I'm not putting my
I'm just
hand
gonna-
in the T-Rex mouth.
I'm just gonna remind you that I do actually know the spell enlarge, so I could cast it on you.
You just.
Okay,
it's
fair.
Easier.
That's fair, I suppose.
That's easier.
But what if you're not there? Aisling should
Yeah.
be able to
And I
enlarge
need
herself.
to be a giant
I might
T-Rex.
be dead.
Oh.
That's true. Chris, Eugene is identifying those items that we found.
Amazing. So, what are you
Skier
starting?
refuses to put down the scimitars.
We'll start with the scimitars.
I'm just holding them in Eugene's face.
I'm just
What are they?
trying to prise them out of the lights. It would be a lot easier if you were to let go of them and allow me to.
I love it.
Just
What's
for a
this?
second,
What's
I'll
this?
give
Huh?
them-
What is it?
I'll
What?
give them
Huh?
right back. I'll give them right back. If I just.
I laid them down gently.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Wind and whirl.
Oh yeah.
Magic item.
These are magical weapons. They both require attunement, but they only use one attunement slot between them.
Nice.
This pair of scimitars was forged in the elemental plane of air and cut effortlessly through the air in tandem. Attuning to one of the scimitars automatically attunes you to both of them, which count as one attuned item. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with these magical weapons, which have the thrown property with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. Immediately after you make a ranged attack with one of the scimitars, it flies back to your hand. In addition, when you engage in two-weapon fighting using both scimitars, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Nice.
As an action, you can speak the scimitar's command word, which Eugene figures from his identify.
Banana.
and throw the two swords at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. The two weapons then will wildly spin, creating a sudden whirlwind in a 15-foot radius, 30-foot high cylinder centered on a point. A target caught in the whirlwind must take a DC 15 strength saving throw. On a failed save, a target must take 6d6 bludgeoning damage and is flung up 20 feet from a point in random direction and knocked prone. If a thrown target strikes an object such as a wall or floor, the target takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage, and there's a few bits and pieces about that.
Damn.
You know that these were commissioned specially for Marcel Pyrrhus as well. These were her swords.
Good to know.
And I'm gonna kill her husband with them.
Yeah, boy.
And at this point, she might thank you for it. Amazing. Cool. What was next?
There was the amulet.
Amulet of giant
And-
strength.
A couple of
Yep.
potions and vials of tusk snake venom.
Okay, so the tusk snake venom. Don't need to identify, but Skia knows about these. So she kind of this is a applicable venom. There are 3 doses in it. You can spread this on a weapon, and it will do an additional 2d4 poison damage, and then it needs a DC 15 con save, or will give them the poisoned state, which is quite nice. The potion enlarge person acts as the enlarge spell for 1 hour on one target who imbibes it. There is only 1 dose of that. The potion of cat's grace, if you imbibe it, will give you advantage on dexterity, skill checks, and saving throws for 1 hour. And that's everything. So that's stealth, acrobatics, sleight of hand, anything like that.
Skia, you're going to be
dexterity.
unstoppable. Poison magic swords and mega dex.
Yes.
Whirlwind
Amulet.
swords.
Yeah.
Is an amulet of hill giant strength, and it acts as a belt of hill giant strength. So we'll give the user who is attuned to it 21 strength.
Oh! Rock, that's
Oh,
one
that
for
would-
you, right?
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The belt. That would. The amulet thing would look great with my armor. Thanks. Okay. Bye. Just saying.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys can distribute amongst yourselves. Eugene, you have 2,200 gold's worth of ether stone, which you can either sell on for additional materials, or you can save for any spells that require material costs. Your choice.
And am I right in saying that we found 2,000 gold worth of jewels as well? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I've got
You
written
did.
down.
Yeah.
And we've also got 1,500 worth of materials we got from the rock.
You do.
Yeah.
Correct.
You need to
We need
sell.
to
We need to
get
sell
to
before they
Cloud's-
become
We need to
goo.
get to Cloud's Cairn so we can actually sell this stuff.
We're gonna have bear peas.
Good. Being a wizard is expensive, y'all.
Well, I know what we're
Especially
buying
at high
first.
level.
Some diamonds worth 500 gold.
And some scrolls of revivify.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rock's already made that note. Believe me.
Okay.
Right, so
Right, should we-
are we ready to go back to Cloud's Cairn?
I think so. As long as the village doesn't need us to do anything for them. I mean, I
Well, I think
feel like I
Toby
should.
and Bonnie are staying here, right? So we can go.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that far away. We can always come back, I guess.
I think the understanding that Perp has was that you would have a conversation with the villagers and let them know what was happening.
That's right.
First.
Okay, so we do need to. Good. Okay, so yes. Before we go, I think I'd quite like to pop down and just have a little chat with some of the villagers.
Firstly, guys, so I'm just gonna as everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna go to the villages. Skia's just inside checking everyone because it's been a It's been a day.
Yeah.
It's not even mid-morning yet.
Yeah.
No.
So can I just do a check on everyone? Like, what's their state at? Like,
Yeah, Skia, making a general insight check, and
Yeah.
everybody can make a deception or persuasion roll if they are trying to conceal anything.
it's not crazy. It's a 21.
Still got me beat.
I mean, it's still pretty good.
Okay. We'll start with Aisling, who has a tendency not to hide herself generally anyway.
I didn't roll shit because I know that she's not. She doesn't really bother with hiding these sorts of things. I don't feel like it might be a bit of a Faye thing, where it's just like, why would you bother hiding that?
Yeah.
Which is like the polar opposite of a rock thing. And yeah, Aisling's still pretty dissociated. She's a bit more aware of what's happening around her right now, but I think she's still very in her own brain right now.
Okay. Clocked that. But is she like panic or like, I guess, manic, collecting things throughout the house? Is this a good sign? Is this like
I
she's
think
back on her food kind of vibe?
she's back on her bullshit.
Is this a like she's handling it and will be okay in a little while, or is
Yeah.
this a she's edging towards a complete and utter breakdown?
Yes.
I think she's her collecting shit is like her wanting to nest for a bit.
Yes.
I think she's wanting to get back to stability just for a minute, just so she can process the kind of like deeply sad and freaked out feelings that she has right now. So her
Okay.
collecting is wanting to nest for a bit.
And that makes sense because she's collecting stuff and thinking about her room. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
That's why she's finding stuff for her room.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. How's Eugene?
Yeah, I think Eugene is just trying to focus on the task at hand, and as a way to just, everything's fine, right? He definitely is eager to get back to Cloud's Cairn.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think you could probably figure out that seems more kind of desperate than is necessary, and is probably because he just wants to see his mum.
Yeah. Similar thing. I want to get home. I need to be stable. This has been a shit show.
I just want my mum, please.
You just want your mum. Okay. Stunning. And
Rock. If you beat Skia's roll, 21, tell her what she picks up from Rock. If you failed, be honest.
I did actually beat skiers,
Damn
believe
it.
it or not. I forget that I actually have some decent modifiers on some of my skills.
you're charismatic.
Well, I did that thing of trying to like be pretty even with my skills, which means that I've just got a lot of really mediocre things and then like one or two extremes.
Yeah.
But anyway, from what you can tell, Rock is just getting on with it.
Okay.
Like that's literally where Rock's whole focus is. Like he's just getting on with it.
Okay. Cool. Sweet. They're making note of this. Skill be like, yeah, okay, come on, can we just get back? I want to go home. Or back to Cloud's Camp. That's not home. Shut up.
She should say shut up to herself.
Shut up. Okay, yeah, let's go talk to these people. I mean, guys, do you want to go, like, just chill with Uncle Pub and me and Rock can just go wrap things up with these villagers? Like, I'm sure it's fine.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, yes, we're just going to tell them what's happening and that we're leaving. Really, I just feel like we should check in with, particularly with Turgle because he was worried and they did try and help us and stuff. So but I mean, it's not going to be a whole long thing because, as you said, Toby and Bonnie are going to stay here for a bit and help them. So we're just kind of letting them know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, Eugene, do you want to just go chill for a bit?
Sure.
Okay, great. And then we'll join you back at the inn when we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
Okay. Thanks.
where
Thanks.
are you guys planning on chilling, as it were? Are you all leaving the mansion together?
Where's
I would think so.
Herb right now?
You're not sure. You kind of imagine that Perb's probably left the mansion already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just head towards the inn, like straight to the inn, and let
Yeah.
these guys go do whatever.
I think Ashley's probably going to want to check in on Eugene as well, so this works quite well.
Yeah. You guys make your way back up through the catacombs into the secret passages and into the mansion proper.
Can I look for pretty rocks while we do it, please? Not magic ones, just pretty ones.
There's very little left here in the estate. You can probably have a better look around the estate if you want to. Depends on what you want to do, or whether you feel like you just want to get Eugene away from
That
this.
too, but also looking for pretty rocks.
Just on the way.
Just on the way.
If I
And
happen
pretty
pass.
to Ashling is very different to pretty
Fair.
to other people, so
Fair. Roll me a d10.
okay. Interesting. A 4.
4. You find 4 Ashling pretty rocks.
Yay!
Either they've got interesting veins of them, and a couple of them are bricks that you just pull out of the wall.
Yep.
That have got a strange discoloration or an interesting lichen on them or something like that.
That's about right.
And the rest of them are just like, I think Eugene and Skier and Rock are like, that's just mortar. It's just mortar. Like it's sparkly because it's got sand in it. Like
It's cool.
um,
All right, nice one.
As you come down the main stairs into the entranceway, you can hear a hubbub of voices outside. You open the front door, and most of the village are at a safe distance, but standing around at the bottom of the mansion steps. All of them looking expectantly. There's a number of torches and pitchforks and the like as well. This is a village that has spent the whole morning defending itself, and every able-bodied person is now ready to go in and help you if you need it.
We're gonna get Frankensteined.
Oh, okay. So they're not like looking angrily at us.
As soon as you all appear, there's like a palpable relief that comes over the crowd, and it kind of like everyone sort of stops quietly and is looking at you, kind of waiting.
Hello.
I love the idea that they're all outside worried while we wander around and steal some paintings and chip off some rocks.
Have a little chat.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still villagers, and you're dealing with some scary undead stuff. Beyond them, you can see that, like Lieutenant, a lot of the tin hats are sort of like still carrying bodies over to the triage area and stuff like that. And unfortunately, there are some carts for people that did not make it being drawn off, heading towards the local cemetery. Lieutenant Parthill, like as soon as it kind of quietens down, pushes out from the crowd, and you can just see Tythig kind of on her heel a little bit, as well as Turgil, and the three of them kind of come to the front, and she and Turgil walk up the steps. I got the broader strokes from Archmage Perb, but are you all okay? I know it's been a bit of a morning.
I think we're all as good as can be expected right now. So yes, let's go with yes. But yes, I think we have a lot to still figure out. We just wanted to come and check that you were okay and to say thank you for all of your help. And Perb has told you that our friends Bonnie and Toby are going to stay to help?
Toby's already assisting a lot of the... We'd have lost more people. Our healer's good, but she's not a druid or a cleric.
I mean, I don't think any healer could have been sufficiently prepared for today, really. So I'm glad we can at least help in that way.
Can I ask a question?
Sure. I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to answer it, but I'm happy to try.
Could we have known? Could we have
Oh, no.
known any of this?
Oh, no, not at all. Everybody went to great lengths to keep this hidden and to deceive anybody who may encounter them. I mean, there's just no way. If it makes you feel any better, these same people have essentially led a song and dance of lies and deceit, even in Cloudskern, to people in the highest levels. So they worked very hard at keeping this all hidden. So there is no way that you could have known unless they wanted you to. So that I can say with absolute certainty.
He kind of seems to take that in. You're not entirely certain he won't, in the coming days, find ways to blame himself. It seems that sort of man. He carries the weight of everything around him and the loss of so many people in what was a horrific night for these people who have already gone through so much.
Is that something I would be able to tell?
I think so. I think this is not a particularly closed book of a man. He's not, his strength lies in helping others and knowing what to do and being a pair of shoulders for other people, not in hiding his emotions.
I think as soon as I've sort of finished that and I notice that that's his kind of reaction to it, or that I'm concerned he's not entirely convinced, I am just going to sort of lower my voice a little and very much direct at him and just say to him, I'm very glad that the people in the village have somebody like you who can be a stable force for them now, because they're going to need that right now. I do understand that a lot of people feel very let down by Pyron and what happened here, but you still all have each other and are clearly a very tight-knit community, which was, very impressive to see. And they will definitely need your strength, which we have seen no shortage of. So I'm very glad for that, at least, for your village.
It's going to be a lot, but Iguk and I will do what we can for them. He kind of turns to the lieutenant at that point. In the meantime, if there's anything I can do to make the City Watch's job easier, let me know. I don't think you're going to get much fight out of anybody now. I think we've all seen what's really happened here. She nods and she kind of just steps forward and just puts her hand on his shoulder and goes, you couldn't have known. None of us could. So, best thing to do, as Rock says, is focus on your people for now. He nods. He just holds out that big meaty hand to you all and just shakes each of you one at a time, just looking you each in the eye with tears that are just being held back. And then when he's done, he turns on his heel. Right, you can see him just rubbing his brow, stepping towards the crowd, and by the time he gets down there, his energy's back. Right, you lot, no gawping. There's still work to be done, and we need to make sure that our beloved are taken care of. This is a tough day, but we can do it. We are people of the Pyron estate, and we are strong. And his voice drifts off as he kind of walks into the crowd. and you hear him kind of shouting orders. You see people disappearing off and being given jobs and things to keep them busy and focused. Ironically, despite not being born into nobility, this man is the greatest leader this community could have at this time.
Okay, good. So I think that's pretty much all we really needed to do. So should we head back to the inn, and then maybe we can ask Perb to top us back home?
Yeah. Chris,
Yes.
I think Skia just wants to find those twins. Not. I don't think she's going to say anything, but of her many knives, she wants to give them, like, just a dagger each.
She's going to hand it to them, right?
In the back.
Like this.
Here, hold this.
Oh my god.
I think she just wants to, like, slip it into their hands, maybe, and just, I don't know, either leave a note or just, like, just make it clear to them, like, for protection only. Keep being sneaky.
Don't practice on each other.
No.
Roll me a sleight of hand check. I mean, they are so easy. The two of them are busy breaking down the barricades that they had helped throw up, putting carts and things back where they need to be.
22.
22. They don't see you
Cool.
coming. They wave at you as you kind of approach, and they kind of like chat. And as you walk away, you're kind of like, yeah, they didn't notice.
Yeah, perfect.
That'll be a surprise for both of them later.
Yeah.
As they put their hand in their pocket and there's a sharp knife in there. What a surprise that will be for them.
Who doesn't love just finding knives?
You
And then I'll
make
sit back.
your way back to Sovu's inn, which is a little less busy than it was before, and a little more hopeful now. Sovu is still dishing out food to people that need it, alcohol to those that also need it, but is standing out front, wrapped again as always, as much as they can. Their kind of long jaw is difficult for them to grin in a way that isn't unnerving, but they do smile at you all and wave.
Ariel's are
gently as you
always
approach.
smiling.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go over to Sovu, and I'm just going to take a note out and write down, like, just my name and the Adventurers Guild address in Cloud's Cairn. And I'm just going to give it to them and just say, look, I know that you are the glue that binds this community together, but if you ever do need us, you can always send a message to that guild and let them know, and we will do what we can to help. So don't feel like you have to weather everything on your own out here. We will help if we can. I mean, we do travel a lot, to be fair, but you know, we can tell people about it.
I think
Just keep it in
now-
case.
Thank you. I think now the community will bond together and help the Tin Hats. And with that, we will move forward. Ironically, we will probably be closer to Cloud's Cairn than we have ever been.
Well, I will make sure that those in sort of charge in Cloud's Cairn are aware that you are a fiercely independent village of people. But I'll let them know that it would be good to have a closer working relationship.
She smiles. Your friend is inside. If you need anything,
The small grey-haired one, yeah.
Oh, and the tall, fierce-looking red one.
Oh yes, that one. Okay. Good.
You enter the inn, and you enter it at the end of a conversation. And Bonnie standing cross-armed, close-bodied. All I'm saying is you are not on your own. And when the time comes, if you want my help, I am there for you, old man. He kind of just nods and goes, hopefully, we won't have to do anything. There you are.
I'm just
So I
going to
get
say,
the idea of like the tone of that conversation, like
Yeah.
how serious a subject does it sound like they're talking about?
Insight check. Off you go.
I get
Can I-
advantage on this
Oh.
now.
oh,
Oh, I was going to offer you help, but you don't need it.
no.
Need it.
So how I'm running things with double advantage, if you give double advantage, it lowers the DC by 5.
Ooh, I like
So
that.
that's how I'm going to run it from now on.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I got a 24.
24. Bonnie has been, from what you've discovered, is Bonnie has been Perb's friend for a long time. Hang on. We have opinions. Bonnie has been
baby.
Perb's friend for a long time and probably knows more about him than most people, other than, say, your mother and father, who have been his oldest friends. The impression you'll get is that she's actually known him slightly longer than they have, and she probably knows about the darker parts of his history. The tone you get was a best friend saying, if you want to bury this guy, I will bring a shovel.
Legend.
What, and they think the two of them are going to do it? What an insane thing to say. Yeah, we'll go sort him out. Just me and you, yeah?
Bang
What
him
an
out.
insane thing to say. Do I get the impression that he's trying to, like, keep it from the rest of us, this conversation?
I think he's just processing at the moment. This is a friend saying, literally, this is a friend saying, I am here for you no matter what you want to do with this information. Like, I think up to this point, and I'll give you this one because we've had so many good high insight rolls. Up to this point, Perb has been trying to move on with his life and past what happened in Pun and past Dogarth Harridan's effect on his life. But Dogarth keeps being drawn into his orbit. And you feel like your uncle is very much at this stage where he's like, I may need to do something about this, and it may need to be permanent.
Okay.
I think if we all heard the end of that conversation, I think Rock will just walk in and go, "Oh, there we are. I'm glad you're here. I think we're almost ready to go. Although, if we've got a minute, I wouldn't mind getting a drink. Could I? I'm just going to say to Perb, could I get one for you too, old man?"
Less of the old thing. Sure.
Oh, I thought that was just a term of endearment we're using now.
That's you letting Bonnie know that you heard. She gives you this slightly unreadable look, as if trying to measure whether you need to be exploded or looked after.
Meh.
Can I just sidle in?
It's the way that Eugene looks at me.
What's new, right? Ski's just going to sidle in and be like, yeah, and you can buy me a drink if you want. To Bonnie.
Oh, can I now? She goes, oh, you are adorable. She just boops you on the nose. And then goes, I'm going to help the villagers. I'll see you
One day.
later."
Why are we
wow.
all starting shit with
Shot
this
down.
enormous woman?
Oh, I thought Sia was flirting.
Yeah, that doesn't...
So did I.
Like, I'm not good at it. I tried.
Just got absolutely rejected.
Yeah. Let's not talk about it, guys.
Yeah.
No,
Aisling,
but,
don't mention that. She just got completely friend-zoned.
You're kind of all settling in, and I think Perb goes like, well, I wouldn't mind a glass of wine before I take us back. Just give
Oh,
people a
good.
chance to react. Whilst Rock heads over there, he kind of sidles up to Skier. Bonnie's interesting character. No doesn't mean no. It just means I don't know you yet.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, cool. Thanks. Also, sorry about all of this.
No more than I am for all of you having to go through all this.
Yeah, no, it's not your fault. I'm just saying sorry to you, because I think I've been a bit... I don't trust people, and you're very nice, and I don't trust that. And I'm just trying to say sorry, because you just did a nice thing for me, so I'm... Right?
Well...
Right.
Trust coming easily or not, I am very glad that you are with my nephew and his friends.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I'm gonna go stand over here and pretend I wasn't just rejected.
This has been a rough day.
Yeah.
Hasn't it? I love all that stuff that's happened. That's the roughest thing that's happened to
Yeah.
Skier today.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the worst thing, for sure.
Yeah, I think Rock's still just kind of organising things. So I think Rock, will make sure everyone's got a drink and make sure everyone's kind of got everything and have checked that they've got everything they need before we go back to Cloud's Cairn, and just practical stuff so that we can do some things instead of worrying about it.
The rest of the morning passes, and it gets to just after lunch. I think Sovu serves you up quite a hearty stew before you go. Tythig checks in a few things, sends a few messages back to Rebecca and some of the other people. It feels, for you guys, it's probably excruciatingly long because you want to go home, but you understand how necessary these steps are at the moment. He constantly checks. It's one of those things, it's like, although they don't bother you, and they're kind of like not bothering you, and they're not kind of constantly watching you, one of the three of them is always within earshot of the four of you. As if there's an agreement that you are something that just needs to be taken care of and enjoy and have some moment reprieve at the moment. As you're all getting ready to head off, the three of them gather with Lieutenant Parfil and Turgil and Igivuk. And the two heads say goodbye and thank you for all you've done. You get the sense that this community will be okay. It will take time to heal. Possibly time that its actual lord should have spent helping with instead of their chosen course. But they will get there. They have the right people in charge. Perb draws a familiar looking magic circle on the ground, gets you all to stand in the right spot, and casts the teleport spell, returning you to the mansion in Cloud's Cairn. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Love it.
Amazing.
Oh no, Ashling! I landed on Clementine.
Ah! Don't you dare.
Cool. We are going to take a 10-minute break. Stick around, see our updated intermission with wonderful, wonderful folks to follow and engage with. They're all wonderful streams and creators. We love them all to pieces, and we think that you'll enjoy them too. We'll be back in 10 minutes, about 20 to our side, maybe a little bit later, and we will go from there. Right. Love you. See you in a bit.
Love you, bye.
we're back in. Hello, lovely people. Hope you had a nice break. Hope you got to see some of the wonderful shout-outs that we have there. If you do not know some of these people, please do go and check them out. They are wonderful, and watch our socials. I will be making sure that we highlight them through the week. So, before our break, we were dealing with the fallout of Eugene's reincarnation, the weirdness around discovery that one of his magical artifacts now reacts to him in a different way, and explaining to the people of the Pyron estate exactly what is going on and how things can be moved forward. Our friends have literally just left and arrived back at the mansion in Klauskern itself. You step across the magic circle and into the familiar room where it is contained, the outskirts of Perb's study. The five of you look tired in varying degrees, and like you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders.
And lots of ransack paintings.
The bag of holding is like...
Yeah, I can't wait for Aisling to open the bag of holding in here.
Yay!
As Rooney points out, Eugene's wizard robes are now wizard robes that show a little bit more ankle than they did before.
Ooh! Ooh! El scandalo!
You step into the house and make your way back down to the main living area. Before you can get to the main hallway, however, there is a thunder of feet on the stairs. And Eugene, you feel your sister slam into you, squeezing you. She just kind of steps back. She goes, "What? You died. You died.
Wait, how do you know that?
I felt you go."
Oh,
What?
God, I'm so sorry.
You can see that
It's
she's
really good to see you, though, and he just squeezes her.
and she immediately starts sobbing into you. It's like, I know this is your life, and I support it, but if you ever do that to me again, I will make sure you stay dead. And she just grabs you again.
Rock's just going to mumble, "Oh, I like this girl more every meeting."
So good, so good.
She goes. She kind of looks right, and that's the point that she kind of looks you over, and she goes, "Nah."
Okay,
And she kind of turns. She turns
Don't
and
freak
looks right at Rock. You. What did you do?
Nothing, Toby did it.
No. Toby's adorable. This must be your fault somehow.
No, Toby did it, I swear. It's all Toby.
He's
not
not
what
wrong.
I just said about not freaking out.
I'm redirecting my anger in an unhealthy way. That's all I'm
Oh,
doing.
don't direct it at me! And I'm not lying, Toby did it.
She kind of steps back and looks over. She goes. She kind of gently touches your longer ears, as like without kind of being too invasive, but she's still very curious. She goes,
Boink, boink, boink.
I mean, you could have come back less ugly.
Wow.
Go.
Okay.
That sibling way. She goes, I mean, I'm still the pretty one, so. She goes, I don't
At least
hate
no one's
it.
going to get us confused anymore.
Well, I'm sure they will.
Well, unless you turn into her again.
Wait, what?
Long story.
Okay, well, you can
It's been a day.
you can tell me about all of that when Mum gets back,
Where is
because
she?
I may have called her.
Oh. Where is she?
she was getting ready to go home for a few days to pack up the farmhouse. I suspect she will be back in a matter of minutes.
Summon mum spell work then, huh?
Because she, yeah. Let's get you downstairs. You guys, you've eaten.
Wait. What did you tell her though? You didn't tell her over like a sending spell that I died, right?
I was panicking. I didn't know what else to do. Suddenly,
I'll be hiding in my room if you need me.
Yeah, can we all hide? I don't think
Yeah.
it's safe for us. Okay, let's go. Bye, guys.
I mean, this is a family thing.
Yeah.
We'll leave you to it. It's fine.
Yeah. I immediately stealth. I'm gone.
She just backs into the shadows.
Yeah. No, I don't want this heat.
No. All of you are staying right here. I am not explaining this to Valinda on my own.
You're the grown-up. You do it.
Which... Time to take some responsibility, Rock. Come on.
This is not the time for me to take responsibility, I can assure you.
She kind of like leads you all downstairs. Kath, can you put some tea on and bring out the fresh batch of buns?
Yes. She brought buns. Brilliant.
We're going to be in the lounge. And Kath kind of trundles in. She goes, that's not a problem. Oh, you all look like you have been through it. I'll make sure it's a special herbal tea to kind of just take the edge off.
It's all right. Got my head flask. Take the
Ashling will take some medicinal herbal tea.
and smoke it.
It's 420 summer, am I right?
Evelyn drills you about as much detail as you can share with her about what happened, like constantly checking if Eugene is okay. Through the course of the conversation, you find out that when Eugene passed over the veil, her earring hummed, and she knew the connection between the two of them had been broken.
Shit.
In her panic, the first thing she did was send a mail bird to her mother without even thinking about it, and then came back to the mansion. She has closed up the shop for the day because it's an emergency. She is relieved and a little shaky. As soon as she doesn't have things to do, it kind of, you see the concern and the fright just kind of start to sink on her as well. But she still holds a front up because Eugene has been through more than she has. She needs to be there for her brother. It is about 45 minutes into this conversation that the front door opens and slams quickly behind. And
I'm gone.
these three all run.
Yeah. Like
No,
cats.
I think
Okay.
as soon as the door does slam open, Rock's going to get up and walk towards where the wine is and get another glass out.
Smart.
I think as soon as Eugene hears the door, he's just gonna teleport into the corridor to like
Teleport out the house.
intervene.
There is almost an audible squeak, and you notice that a knife drops into the palm of her hand for a second, and then she sees it's you. And she just, that clatters to the floor, and she just grabs you.
Yeah, he just gives her a big hug.
Oh, my baby boy. What happened? She kind of steps back. She goes, okay, now really, what happened?
Okay. Don't freak out. Promise me you're not gonna freak out.
Eugene, we've had this discussion before. When you tell me not to freak out, I know you're about to tell something that's going to make me cross, scared, or angry. Angry, scared, or
Okay,
embarrassed.
try your best to not freak out, because I'm fine. You can see that I'm okay.
You're very different, but you are alive, and I'm assuming Perb can confirm it is indeed you, and he's sitting quietly in one corner. He goes, yes, absolutely. I was there for the event. It is Eugene. Okay. And she calmly takes your hand and just walks into the living room. And she just motions to your sister and kind of tucks her under one arm as well and just hugs the pair of you very, very close. Oh, my babies. Okay. I promise I will remain calm and dispassionate. And then she looks at your friends. But the thing that did this is dead, yes? And not coming back? Okay. That is...
I'm just gonna quietly hand her a glass of wine.
Thank you, Rock. I would like this
favorite
explained, please. I'm going to ask Eugene to explain it from his perspective, and I'd like the rest of you to stay to explain what you understand happened.
I mean, it's a family thing. We should give you some space, really.
No. I need to understand so that I can be a mother.
Well, I suppose it's quite simple, really. I was injured during an encounter and died. But then my friends got help and brought me back. It's just we didn't have a cleric, so Toby used the reincarnation spell.
Oh, that dear fuzzy friend.
I know, they're such an idiot.
Have they had a chance to explain what they did?
How do you mean?
I'm assuming this is reincarnation. She looks at Perby, goes, I didn't have any other course. Time, as you know, in these situations is always of the essence. What happened with Rock is a very difficult thing to recreate on a regular basis. I understand. I thank you. You've done the right thing. But I think we need to explain.
Yeah, Toby did tell me that it was reincarnation, because I was a bit confused by the changes.
My understanding, and this is from long conversations with Stone and other druids in my travels, you have borrowed your next life to breathe on the ashes of this one. You are you, but there might be some residual echoes of what could have been. You might find yourself feeling or thinking slightly differently than you would have done previously, or there might be echoes of memories that might have been. Do not think you are going mad if anything like that happens. Please talk to us so that we can support you. It may not pass, sometimes it's fine, but if anything like that happens, just know that we are here for you, and you are always you.
Is there anything we can do to help with that? I mean,
Be friends. Remind Eugene of why that's important to all of you.
okay. Okay, Aisling will do that.
On the upside, elf. Coming back as an elf. That is interesting. Sometimes it can be very distant. How do you feel about this?
I don't really know. I mean, there hasn't exactly been time to think about it. I'm happy to be alive.
And I think that's fair. And she just kind of strokes your now more manageable hair over your longer ear, and she kind of just takes you in. Well, I think it suits you, and most importantly, it is you. And you need to understand that no matter what else, we love you for who you are, not what has happened to you. She just leans in and gives you a big, big hug. There's a bit of a release from her, as if she's been holding back a little bit of her own emotional response, being mum.
Yeah, I think the same could be said of him as well.
She pulls Evelyn in, and the three of you just have a moment. I think it's this point that Herb kind of gets up and goes.
Ski is already gone.
Ski was never there.
Rock's just looking at the bookshelf.
Quick message, Aisling, grab Rock.
Aisling does so with vigour.
Gently draws the door closed behind, leaving the three of them for a moment themselves. Well, she didn't burn the house down, so I will consider that a victory.
Yet. I mean, it is quite a lot to take in, just in general. I would imagine as a parent, it's probably even more intensely charged. So I do understand why she was a little, irate. But I'm sure they'll be fine. I mean, just looks a bit different, doesn't he?
Looks
He
good
will.
though.
Yes. He will be fine. He is still himself, as a Philindra quite rightly pointed out. And more importantly, despite the price, you four did something quite spectacular. You have unearthed something quite dark and given us a step in the right direction to correcting what is happening.
Yay.
I mean, have we though? I mean, it just feels like we've just found out that it's worse than we thought originally, that's all.
But we know what they've been up to. And with that, we are better armed and know where we can look. Let's leave them for a while.
Evelyn, have you got any... Oh, Evelyn's in there. Damn it.
I'm sure Kath has access to Evelyn's bread and things.
Great, more buns.
Hey, Aisling, do you want a hand decorating your room?
Oh, yeah.
Because you
Good
got
idea.
so much stuff.
Yeah, this bag somehow weighs a ton, and I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that.
No, it's not. It's not meant to weigh this much, Aisling.
No, I know.
If
This is-
bags of holding could talk.
This
It would
small
scream,
bag.
kill me now.
Yeah, if you could come, you got a good eye for. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great decorator. for sure. I think we paint everything black.
We'll put the massacre dummies over there with all the knives. Yeah.
And we can like paint over the like pictures we took. Some cool stuff.
Okay.
We can like paint ghosts on them.
Yeah. And like monstery things.
Yeah, and sneak a little Clementine into all of them.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Ashley like takes Skier's arm and they go stomping down the hallway.
Yeah, oh, come on. Rock, if you want to watch us while you drink wine, you can.
Wait, did you just really ask me to come and watch paint dry?
Yeah.
And drink
Whilst
wine.
you drink wine.
I suppose when you put it that way, it's not so bad.
So I
alright
kind
then,
of can't
fine.
leave you, so...
Well, we're in the mansion, don't be ridiculous. I'm going to grab a bottle of wine and go with them.
Love it.
Eugene, is there anything you particularly want to go through with your family whilst you have a moment together with them?
I don't think there's anything particular he wants to go through. I just think he wants to just be with them and like hang out and just be together.
Your friends give you as much space as you need, and I think any time that somebody thinks to kind of get involved, there's a cath hanging around in the main foyer who kind of politely implies that they might want to go elsewhere for now.
But she's standing there like a bouncer with a little
Pretty
high
much
vis
so,
thing on her
yeah.
arm.
Just generally giving the family some time. The only interruption you have is when she brings you some tea and some buns, and you are left to your own devices. Your mother indicates perhaps the three of you won't mention this to your father at this point. She will talk to him about it when the time is right. Not in a...
Preferably before you go home.
Yeah. Not in a we keep secrets from Dad sort of way, but in a she doesn't want this to be a medal of honor when it's actually something quite serious and emotionally important.
Wise.
Because he can be a bit clumsy with things like this. Evelyn tells you a lot about Bob, who is developing quite nicely as learning how to bake. Ironically, because he is flame-proof, he's very good at it.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
And she's noticing small changes in him, like he is slowly being released from a contract or something. And she doesn't know what it all means, and she did intend to want to talk to you and Perb about it when you have time, but she knows how busy you are trying to save the world and things. And it didn't seem
No
quite
biggie.
as important. Your mother was literally going to close down the farmhouse. She has hired an additional farm hand to manage the farm for your family, and it will be more of a summer place. She has just put down a deposit on a small place about 5 streets over, a little two-bedroom flat that her and Evelyn can use.
Everyone in that neighborhood's got a second home.
Oh god.
Her plan remains that even with this setback, her plan remains be close, but not under your feet. You need a chance to be yourself. Your father is very excited about the new flat. She exchanged a couple of messages with him. He's deep in the heart of the Empire on his tour, and loving every minute of it, as you expect him to.
Wow.
He is very much looking forward to this gala in a couple of weeks. And and she is quietly concerned after the conversation she's been privy to about what that might mean, but she trusts in your allies and friends to keep an eye on things. Though you can roll me an insight check.
21.
21.
Nice.
There's something she's not telling you, but you can't.
Wait, I
quite
get advantage. I keep forgetting.
Is that an
Smarmy.
elven thing then? Advantage?
Yeah,
on
smarmy
insight?
elves.
Nice.
It is the type of elf that he is.
I love it.
That is a 25.
She still beats you.
Oh my god.
Get the impression she's holding something back.
Belindra's a sneaky bitch.
Belindra's a professional spy.
That's a good point.
You get the impression she
I
is
think
holding...
I would just... if I notice she's holding something back, I'd just ask her.
I'm just worried, and... Fine. And this is what I'm going to say to the pair of you. I'm going into the Empire. I was going to sneak off, but I have decided, and this is between the three of us, as much as I respect Sabina Rithin, I do not trust her to give us the full information, and as much as I love Julie, her forces are so thinly stretched. I want to be there to make sure your father is safe, and I want to find out what they're up to and if our people in the Empire are in danger. And I know that you are both probably going to try and talk me out of it, but I have made up my mind. This is about my mission. The choice I made as a Shadowblade. To step across and to guide those who cannot guard themselves. You don't get your heroics just from your father, you know. She smiles.
I mean, there's no point in me trying to tell you not to, but you will tell me what you learn, right?
Of course. Only you and Perp, and then you can disseminate it where you need to go.
Only me.
Not Perp?
I don't think he needs to be involved in this Empire stuff. I think he's dealt with enough from the Empire. And telling him he's only going to pass the information on to us, so why not just cut out the middleman and save him the stress?
As long as you use your judgment and don't withhold things out of love that you know that he needs to be able to protect this city. Is that fair? I trust your judgment. I trust you both above everybody else in this world. You are my children and I love you. But I need to recognize that you're both adults with your own lives now. And
if you are going to the Empire, there are some things that I think I should tell you.
Okay.
And I think Eugene will fill her in on most things, but obviously not the Rock is the rightful emperor thing.
Yeah.
I'll leave that out. But he'll tell her all of the other stuff about Haradrim and Martrim, and that he's not to be trusted. And tell her why we were shifty about this whole parade thing.
she understands. That's a lot. That is a lot. I have some trusted allies I can draw on. I won't use their names because the less people who know them, the better. But maybe we can start helping uncover this conspiracy in the Empire. I'll be careful, I promise. What are your next moves?
I don't know for sure. I know we were going to try and find the next temple, but this celebration in the Empire is a cause for concern, I guess.
However, if the four of you march into the Empire...
Well, there will be no marching. Skiers sort of wanted for... let me just be clear, she did not do it.
Oh, I'm sure she did not. I'm sure...
But she's being framed for the assassination.
Oh, also, you said attempt, and I get the impression that young lady does not attempt anything. She does or does not.
That's what she's most offended by about this.
I'll tell her you said that because she'll take that as a compliment.
Like knows like. Right, well, I will be your eyes and ears in the Empire. Ones that you can trust, not to hide information from you, or to colour things to their own goals. As I say, I respect Sabina, but I am not stupid enough to trust her. She reaches out and pulls out a small set of rings, all which have a small blue gemstone lodged in them. Speak my name, not your father's. Be careful when you look into this, and you will get a message directly to me, and vice versa. Your father has one. He often forgets to wear it. If you do need to get hold of him for reasons, you can drop him a message there. Similarly, and she hands one to your sister as well. I want to know how the bakery's going. I want to know how you are thriving. This is not forever, but for the next little while, we must all go on our own journeys. So, for the next few days, I am going to spoil the two of you rotten, whilst you recover, because you are not going anywhere until you are fully back to health, young man. And do you think you trust this Bob of yours enough to run the bakery? I mean, he needs help with the selling part, but he's getting better every day. I could probably do half days. Then we shall have some trips to some nice restaurants, some spas, anything like... your friends are more than welcome, but I would like some genuine time with my children before your next mission.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Good. Also, I want to spend some time with that boy Gree of yours as well. I like him, and I think on your own time, know that he is very welcome in this family.
Whoa, Mum, that's... Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I nearly lost my son. I'm just being very honest, because sometimes you have to be. But that's you and your decisions. Just know that we like him. It's okay, I suppose. Oh, do be quiet. You like him too. Yeah, he's alright. He helped me with Bob, and he's been very cool about it all. You might want to send him a message and let him know, because I'm certain he'd rather hear it from you than anyone else, though.
It's kind of
Hey,
an
babe,
awkward message
died.
to send. Yeah.
Back
Died, but don't worry, I'm fine. Just,
Don't worry,
just
babe,
for a
I'm
minute or
okay.
two. People die on the operating table all the time, technically.
Jesus.
I believe he's with the druids at the moment, so it might be a good time to do so.
They can explain it to him.
They can explain to him.
Send him a message that says, I don't mean to be dramatic, but I died. But I'm okay now.
I'm speaking to you from beyond the grave.
Ah, dear. The rest of your day is very much what you need it to be. You rest, relax, chat. If there's any conversations you need to have amongst yourselves or with any of the NPCs, there is an opportunity to do so. Yes.
I would like to find Aisling at some point, please.
Easily done. How
She's
long?
not very quiet, so.
How long does Aisling spend putting up things before she gets bored?
I don't know. I think she kind of keeps going for quite a while because she's really enjoying it. So maybe literally until Eugene comes to find her.
I imagine you walk in and Ashling's still putting stuff up, and Rock and Skia are both just slumped, like with the third bottle of wine, just watching this happen. Just like, yeah, that looks great. Great, Ashley.
Oh my god, you're like the parents and
Yeah.
I'm the toddler that's like, look at this flip! Look, are you watching? Are you watching this flip?
Yeah.
So
Rock's
good.
Rock's not even looking, but he's still going down on the left a bit.
That looks great, sweetie.
Perfect, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the tableau that you walk in on. Perfect. I love it.
Oh, I love what you've done with the place.
Yeah! I ran out of space, so I started putting them on the ceiling. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, it's quite busy.
There's a from behind one of the frames.
Oh shit! Sorry, Clementine. There you go.
Oh, look at that. Eugene's here. Oh, that reminds me. I've got to go to sort things out in my room.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Aisling.
Like, I think Aisling fully knows that they were super bored, but she just appreciates that they hung about anyway. She's just like, you guys. Hey, what's up? How'd it go?
Well, I'm still alive, so there's that.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
Ooh. About what?
Well, I think, like, ever since Eugene died, he's been kind of like, I think Aisling probably has noticed this, that Eugene he's kind of been not avoiding her, but like avoiding eye contact with her, definitely, but like, yeah, and he's just kind of like looking at the floor and not really looking at you. I'm really sorry that I put you through that. I know what it was like when Rock died, and I'm sorry.
Aisling sort of leans to try and meet his eyes. She's just oblivious of shit. And she's like, why are you sorry? you didn't do it on purpose. Like, that
Well,
wasn't.
no, I
something-
did. That's
No,
crazy. I wouldn't do that on purpose.
no, exactly. So, it sucked for everyone. It's no one's fault apart from the very dead, rotten bad guys. So,
Okay, so you're not mad at me?
oh my god, Eugene, what the fuck? And she gives him a hug. She gives him like a massive squeeze. And she's quite surprised how high she has to reach up to get over your shoulders now.
He gives her like a big hug.
And then she like pushes him forward so she can see him again. No. No, of course I'm not mad at you or anything like that. I was just, it was a thing that was in me and not directed to you. It was just because it was the same thing and it happened again, and it kind of felt like it was my fault. But I mean, I
Yeah,
know
you just said to me that it was silly for me to blame myself, so well, you don't get to blame yourself either.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, alright. But, you know, that's just what my brain did when it happened. And it kind of, especially because Alabaster's not about, and I kind of ended up feeling like, oh, guess I'm even shitter. And it got me a bit, you know, sad.
What do you mean, even shitter?
Well, I kind of felt like when I couldn't help Rock that I was a bit crap at this kind of thing. And now Alabaster's not around. I was kind of hoping that I wouldn't need him, but would still be okay. And I don't know, just that happening made me panic that I wasn't going to be okay.
But I mean, I keep telling you this, but I don't think you need him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
The reason that the spell didn't work is not because he wasn't there.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, from what I know about that spell, it kind of doesn't work if someone's already, you know, passed.
Okay. I mean, I know it's weird. I know that. But I still felt like it was because I didn't do it good enough. And because it was the second time. I don't know.
You're really good at a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah. Like decorating, for one.
Yeah.
In fact, I've never seen you do anything badly.
I did
actually.
make those eggs once.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. I take it back. Those were the worst eggs I've ever eaten. But hey, they were the worst. So you were the best at being the worst at making eggs.
I'll take
I'm
it.
gonna move on to something else. But what I mean is, you try your best at everything,
Yeah, I do. I just think
and that's Aisling. That's not Alabaster. Alabaster only gives power to what's already there. He's not making you different. He's just giving you extra batteries. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that does make sense.
Like, you're only so
So-
awesome with his help because you're awesome to begin with.
Really?
Yeah. And I think you're just as awesome without him around.
Okay. And I mean, you're super smart, so you know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not mad at me for not being able to like bring you back?
No.
Okay.
Why would I be mad at you for that?
I don't know. I just wanted to check, you know. I mean, it's kind of cool that you came back the way you did because you're looking great.
Thanks.
You suit this whole like snatch look. You really do.
Have you lost weight?
And their ears are cool. Like they're nearly as big as mine now.
Yeah, they feel kind of weird. The whole thing is kind of odd, and I don't think I'm really used to it. I keep hitting my head on things.
You do need some new trousers because these are kind of jack-ups now.
Yeah, that's true.
But okay, so we're good though, right?
Yeah, we are good.
Okay.
Best. And
Best.
I give her a big hug.
Aw, I'll give you a massive squeeze bag. Thanks, Eugene. I do love you, you
Thanks.
know.
Yeah, I love you too.
Okay, alright. I feel better now.
I'm worried that some of these are gonna fall off the wall. Maybe we should take that one and that one down.
Really?
Yeah. What did you use to hold them up there?
What did we have? I found a bit of jam.
Okay. Just preemptively casting shield on myself. Yeah, jam not known for its abilities to hold things to walls. Just
What held that cat? Oh no, that one's fallen. Okay. Yeah, alright. What should I use?
probably anything but jam.
Mustard. You're right.
Okay, I'm gonna check. Yeah, sure. Okay. Hooks, nails, something like that.
Oh, that's clever. I was
Yeah.
just thinking of condiment based adhesives. But yeah, that makes a lot more sense. This is why you're the
Mustard's
smart
less
one.
sticky than jam, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
what I thought.
I'm
That's
not-
why I
I'm
thought
not
it was a
entertaining
weird
this
suggestion, Eugene.
Conversation.
You know,
Let's. My uncle must have some hooks. We'll go ask Kath or something.
Okay.
And we will leave those two there and drift through the mansion to Rock and Skier, who are very much far away from this, probably for the best, because they might have taken psychic damage.
How dare!
That's how they got in this state. It was the jam conversation. We had time.
Rock was just like, yeah, jam. That'll work.
Yeah.
Said it sarcastically, and suddenly jam was everywhere.
When Rock
This is
said,
how you get ants."
how will you know if you don't try? He was joking, but you know, he's learnt his lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Probably hasn't learnt his lesson.
I very much doubt it. Ah dear. What are the two of you doing at this point?
Good question.
I think Rock would probably have, said to Skier, I mean, you can come along if you want to. I'm just going to. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to the library. I just like a quiet space where I can just make some notes and just check some things. But I mean, you don't need to come with. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, Rob, do you not want me to come with you? Is this like a private thing?
No. I was just going to try and just make a plan. Just try and
Make a plan?
Yeah, we just get a plan in place for what we're doing next, and then also, this is all everything that's happened and stuff. I think we should probably think about how we stop this happening again if we, in the same situation, so we don't have another thing like this. And so we need revivify. I just need to make a list of things that we need to get, and we're going to need. I think you need a big diamond for that or something.
Yeah, you do. Can you do that though?
I don't know.
Offense, I'm just...
No, that's kind of what I was going to research, is whether it's something I can do. But I'm sure we can. Maybe Aisling can do it if we've got the spell scroll.
Okay.
Or otherwise, we maybe get a list together of clerics that we know, so that we can.
Okay, you go to the library, because I thought I understand Toby was the only one here, but I was thinking, man, it'd be really great if we were friends with the cleric, or at least knew who the nearest cleric is in this city, in this town. Maybe you go to the library and I'll go out and I'll just find some clerics.
Make friends with them.
Don't sort of force them to come here at knife point or anything. It just kind of,
It's a sword point now.
Yeah.
Yes, scimitar point. I mean, maybe just find out, do they, is there some kind of agreement we can have where they would sort of come on demand to help us if we need them, or,
have them on retainer.
Clerics.
Yes, could we start a monthly subscription maybe that pays for their services should we need them? I don't know.
Or...
Should we get a family plan?
Or, do you know what, if all else fails, fuck it. Do the knife point thing. Bring them here, and they can just wait till we need them.
Okay.
Oh
well, look,
God.
I'm gonna see if there's anyone in town who's a cleric, and if not, maybe we make a list of all the clerics we know.
Yep.
And I don't know.
It's a short list.
Yeah. How many do you know? How many do you guys know? Clerics.
One. Right.
Is this the equivalent of saving the address of A&E to your phone?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who are
Right.
you thinking of, Theo?
The cleric that brought Rock back.
Lady, the dragon that brought Rob back.
I thought we took him to a cleric. Did we not?
Oh, she had a cleric on hand, actually. She did, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took him to the temple, one of the temples of Navarre, right? And then there was a cleric
It was on
who
her estate, yeah.
cast the spell.
Okay. And where's that? Like,
I thought that was here.
Oh, that's in Daklan.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a long way away.
Okay, so you know that, and I know one.
Ashgaze is strong enough, and his faith is strong enough that he can cast Revivify. You have seen him do that. There was a thing with Jaggeth and a magical item.
He's had to cast that spell a lot.
I think
That
Jaggeth's still
tracks.
paying him back for the diamond
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that tracks. But also, we need to find a way of making sure we can get them to us as well. And so I'm just going to do a little bit of planning on that, and then I'm probably going to just I'll probably just be outside practicing. I feel like maybe I should do a little bit of, the sword flinging things and stuff. Also.
Do you want to do that together? Because, I got these new babies, and we can do, spa.
Sure, yeah. We could do that.
Yeah?
I mean, this is a bit bigger than yours. I'm just going to pull out the huge long sword.
Yeah, but I got
But
two.
sure, I mean, and you're very fast as well. I know you. So I feel like maybe after. I could do with I think I could do with hitting some things. That'd be great.
That would be fun. Okay, if I... Oh, God. I don't think I can leave you. No, I'm
What?
coming with you.
Why can't you leave me?
Well,
I'm in the library. What's going to happen? I'm going to get attacked by a falling book?
potentially. You never... Hey, we're
makes-
Oh my
sneaky
god,
people.
I'm not fragile.
You're not fragile. You are wanted, though. People want you dead. I'm coming with you to the library, okay?
The
I'll find
books
a fun
don't
book.
want me dead.
Someone in there might want you dead.
If the
Not
books
in
are
this
attached
house.
by
Oh
jam,
my god.
then-
Okay. Okay, like I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you.
Okay, fine. You just come
Let's-
with and loiter like some weird bodyguard.
I am
That's what she
literally
is.
your bodyguard. I'm not a weird one. I'm just
You're
doing
not
my
my
job.
bodyguard. Don't be
I
ridiculous.
am your bodyguard. Your sister assigned me this role.
She just just come to the library and sit there.
Okay. Do you wanna help, or do you want me to leave you to it, and I'll just?
No, just keep an eye on the suspicious books.
All right, I will.
Skia's just walking up and down the shelves like,
And I think Rock is literally trying to find out whether there is any way that they can like learn the revivify spell or something like that, or because he knows that Aisling can help if we get to that point to protect someone, and then if there is a way that we can complement that with some way of actually being able to bring somebody back, we know that we've got kind of two options.
For your background, for what you are, you will probably need to make me a religion check.
Sure. Religion. Where is my religion there? Okay. 14.
14.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, 14.
14. Awesome. That's not what I want to happen. Okay. You kind of read up on some of the magics and gifts that paladins can gain. You are trying to find out if you have access. You'll get access to Revivify.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris is waiting for D&D Beyond to lie. To and
To
you
lie,
recognize to kind of, you recognize that if you reach a certain
An
strength,
arbitrary numbered level.
a strength in your training and study and devotion to your oath, that you can indeed cast Revivify. From a mechanics point of view, paladins get access to Revivify at 9th level.
Oh boy.
I don't think I'll be. I don't think I'll be
we'll just get
alive
a
by then.
scroll, it's fine.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get a scroll. Okay, no, that's fine. That's good to know, though. Yeah,
You
yeah,
do
good
know
to
that. Yeah, you do know that with a Revivify scroll, anyone can have a go at casting the spell. You also know
But the person might come back with like weird.
the success of it is very much dependent on the caster's ability. It is more of a religious thing than an arcane thing.
Got it. Okay.
With a 14, you also kind of recognize and you kind of remind yourself more than anything, Aetherstone can be used in place of diamonds for this instance, and some clerics do that. It is more the wealth of the offering to the world than it is the actual nature of the
Got it.
item itself.
Okay, cool. No, that's good. I mean, I think Skia's just probably going to hear this entire sort of journey of discovery as Rock's kind of going, yes! Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I can't. No, I can't do that. No, that'll take a while. Okay.
She's so on edge every time he like screams from the other end of the library. Like, what? Oh god. Okay.
Eventually, Rock's just like, no, I was right. We need to buy some scrolls, but we can use other things other than diamonds, so that's good.
Okay.
But good news is, if we buy a scroll, we can pretty much anyone can try it. Although it does say that there's varying success with that kind of thing. So, but you know, it's good. And Aisling's pretty powerful. Her magic in general is quite powerful, so she may be able to use it. And, you know, we can just see what we.
Okay.
But it's a good fallback. But I still think we need to find a cleric so that we've got someone that we can rely on call.
Okay.
Actually, can you make me a wisdom check, please, Skia? Just a straight wisdom.
Oh, straight wisdom.
Skia, Aisling.
Yeah. Who?
Sorry,
Oh.
I misspoke.
18.
18. Yeah, Rock always says Aisling or Eugene and forgets that he's quite a strong magic caster in his own right. And this feels much more up his wheelhouse than it does theirs, from
Okay.
what you've seen and what you understand.
Yeah. Then,
He's selling
yeah.
himself short. He might
Yeah.
be the strongest key to this.
Yeah, I mean, Eugene, like, is very knowledgeable and, like, has arcane magic down. And Aisling, her magic is... I don't quite understand it, but it's incredible.
Neither do I.
I think this stuff tends to be more, like, divine, though, you know, like, clerics and...
But yeah, I mean, that's why we
Paladins.
need a cleric. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I can probably do it. You know, learn to do it at some point. But at least with the scroll, we've kind of got a bit of a head start. So that's that's good.
But maybe you could be the, like... You're gonna be the one to do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if
Unless you're dead.
unless
and
I'm the one dead, then that's going to be pretty awkward. Yeah. So
then
you know,
I'll do it, it's fine. I'm joking.
We just need someone to.
Yeah.
Well, I just need to reach the next level, and I'll learn simulacrum, and we can make a backup rock.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, what a terrifying thought. Okay, good. Well, that's good. That's a good plan. So, do you want to go and hit some things?
Hell yes, let's go.
Great.
Okay. Let's go fight.
Yeah, I think Rock wants to just go out and find a space to. I think probably starting by hitting sort of dummies and practicing swings and stuff rather than straight into sparring.
Hey, can I come watch?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go
wait,
fight.
just gonna go and hit some things and throw some swords around.
Eugene,
Wait,
do you
hang
want to
on.
come watch some
Actually-
violence?
That's a good place. You can't throw the swords and do the zipping thing and stuff. That's cheating. You have to hold them and fight.
That doesn't sound right.
No. Okay, I'll fight
Well, we'll
fair.
see. Okay.
I just pictured Skier holding the scimitars, but they've got the little Wii remote strap on them.
Oh, I love
This is unfair, Rock. So unfair.
Got the safety on.
Yeah, don't safety tool me. Okay, and then I'm gonna really poke at Rock to kind of make him angry. But like in that way that I can tell he's kind of holding back a bit.
I
just
think
gonna-
we will have a persuasion check, but you can add your attack modifier to it.
I love it.
Okay.
Violent persuasion.
It's the usual Skier persuading you with blades.
Yeah, look, it's all I've got. Dirty 20. Persuasion.
Ooh. So, Rock, it is I guess for you, it's dependent on whether you let this out at this point, or whether you let any of those emotions out, or whether you try and suppress them.
I think initially Rock will definitely just be like, oh, for God's sake, stop doing that.
No.
And just kind of, just kind of sparring, just swinging and, correct form and stuff. And I think trying, because he probably knows by now and can see a little bit of that in Skier. So he's like, oh, just stop doing that. I told you not to do that behind me. Like, don't, I think it probably doesn't take as long as Skier thinks before Rock gets to a point where he is a little out of control. And I think the blows start really swinging, and he's not playing. Yeah, and I think not trying to hurt Skier. It's less directed at Skier and more like almost swinging wildly, but just with like utter fury.
Can Aisling insight check what's going on in case she needs to step in?
Before someone kills someone.
Yeah.
I've set a DC in my head.
Okay. That is 24.
Oof.
You get the impression that Skier is poking Rock to draw a reaction out of him, and the way that she's doing it, it's little things like she keeps telling him it's not his fault, and she kind of goes, I mean, what sort of things does Skier say, actually? Let's be fair. Let's pass it back to the player.
Oh, yeah, I think she's winding him up a little bit about, like, the Empire stuff. Like, stuff that she knows will get under his skin. Like, talking about, like, yeah, they're like, those people suck. They would never do X, Y, Z. Like, and it's 3 things Rock does, like, just, like, poking, I don't think she's not gonna go. She's not going below the belt or anything. But I think there's an element of her also just calling him out on, like, you don't have to, like, stop putting on a mask. Stop trying to be like everything's fine. You were panicking back there. You were absolutely panicking, and Rock wasn't useless, but doing that kind of thing of, like, you were useless back there, like, you were losing your head, kind of thing. Even though he wasn't. But that kind of she's trying to say the things that Rock is telling himself in his head.
Ooh, I love that.
But just so, like, kind of making him argue with himself. You know what I mean? Fight back against those negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a point where the greatsword, the Fang of Navarra, hits wind, and there's an explosion of icy cold that flows through. And when you look down, Skier, you have lost hold of your blade.
You've lost your arm.
Which clatters to that. Rock, there is heavy breathing, and you have this sword, and you are on the edge of seeing red. You don't want to hurt Skier, but there is nothing but this big emotional plant right in the top of your chest, gripping your throat.
If I may, Aisling has hold person ready in her hands. Because she's a bit
Fair.
freaked out by this.
Let him do it.
I think as soon as, like, Rock sees that Skier has lost one of her weapons, like, I don't think he's beyond that point of sort of understanding that that's not the time to go for someone when they're, like, in this kind of environment. But I do think that rather than kind of stopping, Rock just lifts up the sword and turns and literally just smashes it into the floor, like, over and over and over again. And then eventually just stops. And there's just kind of a pause, and he just turns around and puts his hand out to help Skier up.
I take it.
And he doesn't say anything, he just walks back towards the house.
If he'll allow, Skier will try and, like, meet his gaze, and I don't know how you can communicate something without saying it, but, like, she's trying to communicate to him, like, you're not alone in this. Like, I'm right here with you.
Persuasion with advantage.
Ooh. I'm not very persuasive. Oh, that's good. That's, for me anyway. 17.
You get that impression from her. This whole thing was about you facing up to the emotions you were trying to repress.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rock would be very painfully aware that he just lost control. and that would immediately make him very conscious of the fact that that's exactly what Skier was trying to do, was to kind of show him that he was bottling all of that up. But I think if Skier, when she meets his eyes, I think the only thing that she really notices is that he looks a lot calmer, but also that he's crying a little bit. But yeah, and then he's not going to sort of storm or whatever, but we'll just kind of slowly, after helping Skier up, I think he's just going to kind of put his sword back and just walk into the house.
Same.
And probably...
Same time tomorrow.
Okay. And he's just going to walk into the house and probably just go to his room to freshen up.
The rest of the evening settles in. You are given enough space where you want to, but there is a general feeling that Valindra and Tythig keeping an eye on all of you, just to make sure, for outbursts like this. A lot of emotional processing, a lot of energy. Eventually, you all come to rest. Rock and Skier, you both sleep as normal. Aisling, do you choose to sleep?
You rearranging the jam pictures.
Hey. They're important.
Just spends the night putting them back up every time they fall down.
Yeah,
Yeah, just going around the room.
I don't know, I think she'd probably, because I'm assuming Aisling knows that elves don't sleep, right?
Yes, but Aisling's also quite perceptive, and you get the impression that Valindra wants to support Eugene through this.
Yeah. But I think Aisling would ask Eugene
Yeah.
if he wanted any company from her that evening. So I think she'd check with him first, but then if Eugene says that he's got plans, then I think, maybe Aisling would probably switch off the whole staying awake thing.
Shut down for the night.
Yeah, she'd probably have a quick reboot. She's got some updates to install.
Activate sleep mode.
Yep. Her OS had a real big reboot tonight, so...
She's just got into energy savings mode.
Yeah.
She's there, but she's just low-key.
The light's on, but nobody's on it.
That's her
That's a daily
all
thing.
the time.
Theo, irrespective of whether Aisling is there to start with or not, your mother walks you through the first ever trance that you have to do. She...
I just got flashbacks of Nikki dancing.
The first trance. Woo!
I know. Well, if
Can we get
Thea's
skate
gonna,
then?
I was gonna say,
yeah.
if Eugene's gonna sort of trance next door, Rock's probably banging on the wall.
Stop getting me down in there!
It is a very strange, very different experience. You are aware of your body. You are aware of your surroundings. But all the higher processes of your brain gently, quietly crawl into a gentle breathing rhythm. You do dream and imagine during a trance, processing your own thoughts and that, but it is less visceral or less kind of deep and out of control than you are used to. You are aware that you are processing memories. You are thinking through what has happened. But even in those thoughts, there is a quiet intrusion. and you realize you are not alone for a moment. You look up and find yourself back in a library momentarily. Large colonnades, a tall, hooded figure who closes a book as you arrive. Our good friend, the Guide of the Moon, has explained that perhaps I am not always the best with people, and that I should both apologize for the brusqueness of my actions and offer you a chance to get to know me better. I think you have an understanding of where our general considerations align. There are secrets in this world that could harm mortal kin, and I wish them uncovered and brought into the light where they can be dealt with. Your very mission, as I understand it, is one about saving the lands that you live in. No wisdom can survive without people to propagate it. No invention, no dream, no stories. But I cannot expect you to just pick up and be my champion because I ask you to. So, I would like to offer my knowledge. The temple that you know the least about, the Temple of Power, is in the village of Tafé, amongst the Aragana. I say this not only to aid your own quest, but to ask you to look into something for me. Long ago, I had a devotee who abandoned his post. Who abandoned their post, taking with them secrets and burying them at the Temple of Power. I would ask you seek them out. I would ask you bring to the light, in a place that I cannot see, what happened to Adzi the Builder.
I'll do my best.
I appreciate that, and that is all I can ever ask of any of my devotees or potential allies. Enjoy your new life. I see great things ahead of you, even if the path is fraught with danger. With that, you come back aware of yourself again. And that is where we're going to stop today's episode, with one small thing to say. Congratulations, you all level up.
Yeah, baby!
What's leveling up? I don't remember it. It's been so long.
Yes.
Been 85 years.
You can cast Revivify now, Rock, right?
Yeah, right.
Satan.
I'm afraid not yet.
Okay, we'll go.
No, but I can learn Simulacrum. Eugene 3.0.
Yes.
Listen, I'm still scarred from my first ever encounter with a simulacrum in one of my first long-term games, so that was terrifying. Anyway. Yeah, sorry, if you just came in on the end. We've got everything on YouTube. You can catch up with us.
Yeah.
It's true. Everything is
Yeah.
available on our YouTube. Amazing. This has been a lot of fun and a chance to just unpack some of the big things that you guys have uncovered over the last
It's been
few
a
weeks,
therapy
but-
sesh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't understand why people say that we project onto our characters.
We don't do that.
No.
Projection here.
You are right. It has been a long time since you last leveled up. I don't think you've leveled up this year at all, in fact.
Oh my Satan.
Ski
Really?
has not leveled up since I've joined
Ever.
you guys. I don't think.
Okay.
Ever. I'm level 1.
She's going to be so effective when she hits level 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Amazing. Yeah, so you guys have an opportunity to do that. I won't kind of press upon you right now. You can have a think about it. In the meantime, I'm going to get them all to say a little bit of where you can find them and what they've got coming up. And I'm going to start with Michelle, please.
Yes, start with me. Hi everyone. Please let me get out of the way. I don't have anything. You can find me Feline Trickster on social media. I'm so bad at posting them, guys. But
It's fine. Social media is a hellscape.
it really is a hellscape. So I've just.
And you have like a job and stuff. You have
Yeah.
like
Full-time
you're shaping
job.
young minds.
I am. Not well, but I'm shaping them in some way. No, I'm joking. But
Like Play-Doh.
I do tend to post my stuff in the Discord, so if you do want to see art, I do. I will very often share it there, either in
And
Ski
it's
stuff
stunning.
or just random stuff in the Share Your Creations
Yeah.
channel.
Something
Yes.
like
Yeah. Something like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Also, sorry for bullying Rock Wayne. I do love you. I was just. I like to pug.
It's fair. Also,
Hey, at least it wasn't over breakfast this time.
yeah.
Exactly.
Also,
It's true.
you're going to get a glut of Michelle art in June because
Yeah.
Michelle very kindly agreed to do all the character art for.
Let me tell you, you are all not ready.
Not
No.
ready.
You are
Mwah.
not ready.
Mwah,
No.
mwah, mwah.
You are not ready for
Yeah.
this bunch of insane hotness.
Uh-huh.
It is one big hot mess, and it's going to
The
be great.
gayest, sexiest shit you've ever seen in your life.
Everyone's hot. Everyone's always hot.
Everyone's hot.
Amazing.
But again, we don't project onto our characters.
No.
No. I mean, maybe not our looks, but they certainly have our issues.
For sure.
Wayne, would you like
Anyway.
to go next, please?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we really do appreciate it. And yeah, as I was saying, if you want to catch up on any of our older episodes, if you're kind of new here, we do have them all on YouTube. I know there's a lot, but there's some really good ones, and it's worth catching up, even if it's just on the last few. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet, where I post on mainly just Instagram, but I do also post every now and then on even a TikTok, believe it or not. But you can find me as Created by Wayne, all one word, and my website is also createdbywayne.com. And I post mostly on my YouTube channel, where I post tutorials, design and branding tutorials, every week on my YouTube. My channel is at Created by Wayne. And okay, love and bye.
I love you. Bye. Amazing. Thank you so much. Theo.
Sure, that's me. You can find my stuff at theoblueillustration.com, and there are links there to find me in other places on the internet. What am I doing? I've got MCM Comic Con in a couple of weeks, so if you are in London, you should come and see me, and you also might see Michelle somewhere, right?
I might be around. I'm like, yeah, you gotta find me though.
Yeah,
I'm not at a booth. I'm just gonna be like mooching.
just gonna be lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Michelle will just pop out when you least expect it, going, hi.
Yeah.
But I will be there, and you can come find me if you wish. I won't be in the shadows. I'll be behind a table.
Amazing.
Looking good.
Looking amazing. Cool. Which reminds me of something which I'll come to in a minute. But last, but definitely not least, Charlie.
You. All my stuff is at charlievince.com. That's got my shop and link to my Instagram, which is kind of my only social media at the moment. The only thing I've got is that I might be doing a print sale of some spookier prints from my spooky account, and I don't know whether it'll let me put a link, but I'll put a quick link to the spooky Instagram. Yeah, probably will.
You've got.
All right, nice one.
It's
so
very cool.
there's because I'm a kids book illustrator, but I'm still a spooky goth bitch, so I want to have some outlet, you know. So I might be doing some spooky prints. So give that page a follow if you wanted to get hold of any of them. And I think that's it for me. Apart from saying hi, mum, love you, mum, of course.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
It's a very good one.
I just listen for Wayne now.
Wayne's the conductor.
I always feel like I'm
thanks,
behind everyone because of the delay, so it's all a bit confusing. But anyway,
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And thanks everyone for coming and watching. And yeah, this was a well good one. It was therapy.
It was therapy. And whilst we're on the subject of mums, happy birthday, Rooney's mom. Hope you have had a wonderful day and you are
happy birthday.
Enjoying it.
Happy birthday.
That leaves me. So, first to say, Theo very much reminded me, which I was going to bring up, we are here next week and then we are dark for MCM because as much as fun as watching Aisling and Rock bumble around on their own is, there isn't a lot I can do story-wise, so it's fairer to wait until we're all back together.
Yeah.
Which
3
means
hours of that is a lot to ask of any audience.
Next week will be our last Some Other Heroes main campaign episode until July. But that feels like a really good place. So next week we're going to catch up and just kind of do some bits and pieces, get you guys ready to go to your next adventure.
Hell yeah.
You can go shopping.
We'll go shopping.
Yeah, well, we've got to shop for Eugene. All his clothes are too small now.
Yeah.
Time for a
Right.
new look.
New clothes, and we need to find a cleric. Buy a cleric.
And purchase 23 scrolls of
Yeah.
23? You think we're going to be able to afford 23 scrolls of Revivify?
We've
gonna
got
try.
loads of bird guts and gems in a bag somewhere. We'll be
Yeah,
fine.
that'll cover it.
Yeah.
We do need
Well, just ask them nicely and
Just
offload
put that on
a
the
bunch
counter
of
and be
bird
like,
guts.
How many scrolls of
of
Revivify?
will this get me?
Can I
It's
get
just
for this
entrails.
this lump of festering flesh? How many will you give me?
Cool. If you're looking for me on the internet, you can find me at Chris Mepham RPG, wherever your media is socialed. I'm generally the voice behind at Some Other Heroes as well, in exactly the same places. Personal work, not a lot going on. Very busy with real life job TM, but I will be posting more on. There is a couple of pieces of work that I'm pottering around in the background, hoping to get, which I will include as part of the Villains Menagerie for these guys.
So good.
Please check out the wonderful people that we had in our interval trailer. We will be back next week. And
Real quick.
Yes.
I drew a giant flying T-Rex.
Amazing.
Yeah. Just real
So
quick.
good, so good.
Oh, I thought he'd have little wings like his little arms.
I was tempted.
And on that note, I think we shall say goodbye for today. We love you lots. Roll dice, tell stories, take care of one another. You're amazing.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Bye.